Understanding the power of emotional control. Learning to act as if nothing bothers you begins with understanding the true meaning of emotional control. Emotional control is not about suppressing your feelings or pretending you don't care. It is about managing your inner world in a way that protects your peace, protects your energy, and keeps your mind focused on what truly matters. Most people live their lives reacting to everything around them. Someone says something negative, and they respond instantly. Something goes wrong, and they panic. A plan doesn't work out, and they feel defeated for the entire day. They allow small moments to ruin their mood, their confidence, and even their self-worth. But the people who rise in life are not the ones who avoid problems. They are the ones who remain calm while facing them. When you act as if nothing shakes you, you create a mental shield between yourself and the chaos of the world. You become emotionally untouchable. Not because life is suddenly easier, but because your mindset becomes stronger. Think about the people you admire: leaders, successful individuals, wise mentors, or resilient figures in your life. What makes them stand out is not that they live perfect lives. What makes them stand out is their ability to stay composed under pressure. They don't crumble when criticized. They don't lose their focus over small inconveniences. They don't let negativity from others determine how they feel about themselves. They have mastered the art of being calm, even when the world is loud. When you learn to act unbothered, you give yourself freedom. Freedom from unnecessary stress. Freedom from overthinking. Freedom from emotional exhaustion. You take back your power from situations that don't deserve it. You stop giving people the ability to control your mood with their comments, opinions, or actions. It's important to understand that emotional strength is not coldness. You can still care deeply, feel deeply, and love deeply. But you don't allow temporary emotions to dictate your long-term decisions. You don't allow someone's bad mood to ruin your day. You don't allow frustration to make you lose control. Acting unbothered is about choosing stability over chaos, clarity over confusion, and confidence over insecurity. This level of control builds confidence. When you know you can stay calm no matter what happens, you begin to trust yourself more. You stop fearing challenges because you know you can handle them. You stop worrying about what people think because you know their opinions don't define your value. You stop stressing over situations you cannot control because you know your peace is more important than anything temporary. Acting as if nothing bothers you is a form of emotional maturity. It reflects strength, discipline, and wisdom. It shows the world that you are not easily shaken, not easily influenced, and not easily broken. You become someone who radiates quiet power, calm, confident, collected. This is the foundation of true emotional control, and it is the first step to becoming someone who moves through life with grace, strength, and unshakable peace. Training yourself to stay calm under pressure. Staying calm under pressure is a skill that separates people who react from people who rise. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen without effort. But with consistent practice, you can train your mind to remain steady, even in moments when everything around you feels unstable. Acting unbothered is not about pretending you don't feel anything. It is about choosing how you respond despite what you feel. The first step in building this skill is awareness. You must learn to recognize the exact moment your emotions begin to take control. Maybe your heart starts racing. Maybe your mind begins to overthink. Maybe anger or frustration rises quickly. Instead of reacting automatically, pause. That pause is your power. It interrupts the emotional cycle and gives you a chance to respond intelligently rather than impulsively. In that moment of pause, remind yourself that not every situation is worth reacting to. Not every comment deserves your attention. Not every inconvenience deserves your peace. This inner awareness is what allows your mind to shift from reaction mode to control mode. The second step is perspective. When something irritates you or triggers you, ask yourself a simple question: will this matter 1 year from now? Most of the things that bother you today are temporary, small, and insignificant in the grand scheme of your life. But they feel big in the moment because your emotions magnify them. When you step back and see the situation with clarity, it becomes easier to stay calm. Perspective also helps you realize that you do not need to win every argument or prove your point in every disagreement. Sometimes peace is more valuable than being right. Sometimes silence is more powerful than explaining yourself. And sometimes walking away, mentally or physically, is the strongest response you can give. The third step is detachment. Emotional detachment does not mean you don't care. It means you refuse to let external negativity attach itself to your inner world. It means you observe the situation without absorbing its energy. You can acknowledge what is happening without allowing it to determine your mood or behavior. A detached mindset is a protective mindset. It keeps you from getting dragged into drama. It prevents others from controlling you through their behavior, and it strengthens your emotional independence. The fourth step is mastering your nonverbal responses. People often reveal their weakness through facial expressions, tone of voice, or body language. But someone who is truly calm shows no signs of irritation or panic. Your energy becomes steady. Your voice becomes level. Your face stays neutral. And suddenly the situation loses its ability to shake you. Finally, practice patience with yourself. Training your mind takes time. You will slip. You will react. You will lose your calm sometimes. But each moment is a lesson. Each mistake is an opportunity to build emotional strength. Over time, you will notice a transformation. Things that once bothered you deeply will barely affect you. Situations that once triggered you will feel manageable, and moments that once made you react will now make you pause and choose peace. This is what it means to train yourself to stay calm under pressure. This is how you become unbothered, protecting your peace and energy. Protecting your peace is one of the most important parts of learning to act as if nothing bothers you. Peace is not something you find outside of yourself. It is something you build, protect, and defend within your own mind. And once you learn how valuable your energy is, you stop giving it away to things that do not deserve it. Acting unbothered is not just a mindset. It is a boundary, a shield, and a lifestyle that keeps your spirit strong. Your peace becomes powerful the moment you realize not everyone should have access to it. Some people drain your energy without even trying. Some bring negativity into every conversation. Some create drama because they're not comfortable unless something is wrong. And some people simply do not know how to exist without tension. You cannot afford to let these types of individuals live rent-free inside your mind. The first part of protecting your peace is emotional separation. You must differentiate between your emotions and someone else's behavior. Their anger is not yours. Their disrespect is not yours. Their negativity is not yours. You only suffer when you make other people's problems your own. When you act as if nothing bothers you, you are choosing to stay emotionally separate from the chaos around you. The second part is choosing your battles wisely. Not everything deserves your reaction, your explanation, or your energy. You do not need to fight every misunderstanding or prove yourself in every disagreement. You do not need to respond to every rude comment, nor do you need to involve yourself in drama that has nothing to do with your growth. Sometimes, the most peaceful and powerful response is no response at all. The third part is protecting your environment, both physical and mental. Your environment shapes your mood, your mindset, and your energy. If you constantly surround yourself with loudness, arguments, stress, or negativity, you will never feel calm within. Choose where you spend your time wisely. Choose who you talk to wisely. Choose what you listen to, watch, and consume wisely. Peace is also a result of discipline. The fourth part is taking care of your inner voice. Sometimes what bothers you the most is not what people say, it's what you tell yourself. Overthinking, self-criticism, and insecurity can steal your peace faster than any external situation. Start replacing self-doubt with self-respect. Replace fear with faith. Replace overthinking with clarity. Replace emotional chaos with grounding thoughts that remind you of your strength. The fifth part of protecting your peace is letting go of things that are outside your control. You cannot control how people treat you. You cannot control what they say about you. You cannot control their behavior, their choices, or their attitudes. But you can control your boundaries. You can control your reactions. You can control what you allow into your life. When you act unbothered, you are not being cold, you are being wise. You are choosing to protect your mental health. You are choosing to keep your spirit calm. You are choosing to rise above pettiness, negativity, and emotional noise. And with every moment you remain calm, you reinforce your power, your discipline, and your emotional independence. This is how you protect your peace. This is how you protect your energy. And this is how you become someone who cannot be easily shaken by anything or anyone. Becoming someone who radiates strength and confidence. Becoming someone who acts as if nothing bothers you naturally leads to a powerful transformation in the way you carry yourself and the way the world sees you. When you master this skill, you begin to radiate a quiet strength, a grounded confidence, and a calm presence that speaks louder than any words ever could. This is the type of strength that does not need to shout, does not need to explain itself, and does not need to prove anything to anyone. It simply exists, steady and unshaken. People who radiate confidence are not those who never face struggles. They are the ones who refuse to let those struggles define them. They know that life will bring challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but they choose to stand firm anyway. They respond instead of react. They stay calm instead of panicking. They think clearly instead of letting emotions take over. And that level of control makes them magnetic. When you become someone who acts unbothered, you send a message to the world: you are not easily influenced, not easily manipulated, and not easily thrown off balance. People begin to respect you more, even if they don't say it. They see that you don't crumble under pressure. They notice that you don't chase validation or approval. They understand that your confidence comes from within, not from the opinions of others. But the greatest change happens inside you. You begin to trust yourself more deeply. You develop a strong sense of self-worth that no one can take away. You begin to walk with more intention, speak with more clarity, and handle life with more maturity. You no longer feel the need to react to every situation because you are secure in your own truth. Acting unbothered also helps you build emotional independence. You don't rely on others to feel good about yourself. You don't let external events decide your mood or your mindset. You become the source of your own stability. And when you become emotionally independent, you become unstoppable. This inner strength influences every aspect of your life. In relationships, you stop tolerating disrespect. You stop chasing people who don't value you. You stop allowing anyone to disturb your peace. In your career, you make smarter decisions. You think more clearly, communicate more confidently, and earn more respect. In your personal growth, you become more grounded, more focused, and more aligned with your true purpose. Another powerful effect of acting unbothered is how it changes the energy you attract. Confident people attract stability. Calm people attract clarity. Strong people attract respect. When your energy becomes steady, your life begins to align with that steadiness. Opportunities flow more naturally. Healthy relationships become easier. New doors open because you are operating from a place of strength instead of emotional chaos. Most importantly, you begin to live with a sense of inner freedom. You stop stressing over things you cannot control. You stop letting temporary emotions dictate your future. You stop allowing the world to pull you into negativity. Instead, you move with grace, you make decisions from maturity, and you live with a peace that many people spend their whole lives searching for. This is what it truly means to act as if nothing bothers you. It is not pretending, it is becoming. It is rising above, growing stronger, and embodying a level of confidence that cannot be shaken by life's challenges. This is the version of you that is powerful, centered, and unstoppable.